Take an adventure with us. Take an adventure with us. We'll always have a good time, whether it's RVs or hiking, kayaks or biking. Take an adventure, take an adventure, take an adventure with us.
Hi, I'm Brian.
I'm Michelle.
And we are cruising with the Colemans.
We are coming to you from Venice, Italy. Can you smell the water? We are going to do 48 hours in Venice, showing you all that you can do.
And boy, are you going to be busy.
Yes. We're going to get lost in the city, first of all, because in Venice, it is a maze. Then we're going to take a couple of tours, and finally, we're going to go out to the islands, take an adventure with us getting lost in Venice, Italy.
All right, andiamo.
The way to get around Venice is definitely by boat.
Before we even got here, we purchased our pass for the time we're here. So you can get like 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, and it gets us on buses and water boats.
Water buses.
Water buses, thank you.
Does not include the water taxis. Those are much more expensive and they're private. And it also does not include the transport to the airport.
You can, if you come in by train, probably by plane as well, you can get the ticket as soon as you get here. We just did it online to avoid the line.
So our first impression of Florence, it is a maze.
I have no idea where we are, where we've been, where we're going, or how to get home.
Thank God for Google Maps.
Yeah.
The interesting thing here, Venice is a completely flat city, although be ready to climb some stairs because there are bridges everywhere you go.
I don't know how you'd get around if you had a wheelchair. I've already seen it hard enough with strollers.
Yeah.
But it's beautiful. The water's amazing, but you gotta be ready for the crowds.
No matter how lost you get, you'll never be far away from a restaurant or a shop. Michelle, is it a good day to be happy?
It's a very good day to be happy. We're on holiday.
Here in Piazza San Marco, a 25 euro ticket will get you into 4 museums, including the Doge's Palace behind us.
But that's not what we're gonna show you in Venice.
Today we are taking a boat to tour some of the outside islands of Venice.
Because when you're in Venice, it's not about just the city center, it's about all the islands around us. You can rent a boat, you can take the public transportation. There are a lot of options to go explore the islands. And no matter what you choose in your 48 hours, we definitely encourage you to leave the city center.
Our first stop is on the island of Murano, best known for its glassworks.
We got to watch a glass blowing demonstration, and now we're just shopping and looking at all the Murano glass.
Our second island is called Burano.
Burano is known for the lace and the colorful houses.
The story is, as a fishing village, when the fishermen would come back from a day's work, they would be so drunk they couldn't tell the houses apart. So they each painted their houses a different bright color with different colored shutters so they could find their house even when they were drunk.
I think that's one way to do it.
This is the original Burano lace arrivo subito. Sai, to do a little piece like this one, we need 7 ladies, 20 days of work. There's 7 different stitches and every lady does a stitch. We have to do design on the paper like that. By machine we fix fabric and paper together just to have a base. And by needle each lady does only 1 stitch.
Burano has its own leaning tower.
Our third stop on today's adventure is the island of Torcello.
So Torcello was the first inhabited island in the Venetian lagoon. It was the original Venice in about the 5th century. Behind us is the Devil's Bridge, which is what all of the bridges in Venice looked like originally. And at its heyday, this town had a population of 20,000 people.
Now it has a population of 9. That's a single digit. 9.
It's mostly marshland and reclaimed back by nature.
A lot of archaeological sites here, like the bridge, of course.
And 2 churches that we're going to show you at least one of.
And 5 restaurants, of course.
We were not allowed to take any photos or video inside the church in Torcello. However, it is a beautiful example of Byzantine architecture and artwork, and it's currently under renovation.
I think it's going to look really stunning when it's all done. This is a quiet island. What I love about it is that even though there are a couple of boat tours here right now, it still feels very quiet. The smell of the pine trees, there's some vineyards. It's quaint, it's simple, and I love that.
Very, very slow moving here.
Yeah, so you could really spend some time here if you want the quiet. Buy a bottle of wine in one of the restaurants, come out, have a picnic, whatever.
Torcello also has a museum, and over here is the second church. There are entry fees into all of them, but you can get a combo ticket. Now, as we mentioned at the beginning, there are many ways to get to these outer islands. You can take the public transit, or you can take one of the chartered boats that have a specific itinerary.
If you take the chartered boat, you're going to get more of the history. They speak in, I think I heard 5
languages.
5 languages. Every stop we had, they had a little bit of history for for those 5 languages. So you get a little bit of the history, but you're also paying, it was, I think for the one we paid for 3 islands, 25 euros a person. So not bad.
For a 6-hour tour.
Yeah.
I've also seen 4-hour versions where you get a much quicker stop at each island.
Yeah, I like this option. The point is, get out of the city center of Venice and enjoy all the islands and enjoy the water. It is stunning out here.
But now it's time for us to catch a boat back to Venice, to San Marco.
Ooh, what's our next adventure?
We have to get cleaned up for a date night tonight.
Ooh, I don't know how cleaned up we're gonna get. We were pilgrims not too long ago. If you didn't know that, we backpacked the Via Francigena. You should check out that series.
I think you bought enough clothing to make yourself look pretty good.
Aww, I'm keeping him.
Our accommodation here in Venice is on Cala Rotta. This is Colpa Rotta. It's a little private apartment.
Welcome to our room. Come on in.
It's a lovely little room.
The air conditioner. Ooh, ouch. this on.
We have a little washer, refrigerator, a very small bathroom. So this is our first stop on our food tour, the Cantina di Mori. It is the oldest cicchetta bar in Venice. It was founded in 1470, and Casanova used to come here for his drinks. What is the layers back here in the back, the second one?
Oh, that is Gondola, which is the it's like the heart of the We're on a wine and food tour. This place is owned by twin brothers, and if you go inside, there are pictures of twins all over the place. Everything has kind of had a local flair to it, which is what we like about the tours. We wanted to have that local flair, something that we both can appreciate that you can't find on any tourist stop anywhere in the city.
Salute! We all have spritzes, we have Aperol, we have Campari, we have Select, and we have Cinare.
Anything else to move along with?
So this is a Barolo Frizzante wine and a special Venetian puff pastry made with butter and pastry and butter.
You might not know what it is. I think I know what the cream puff is.
When you get to Venice, you want to get familiar with the city, obviously. However, this city's a bit of a maze. So our recommendation is start in a big street like this, but then let's get lost. Where we'll end up, I don't know. Maybe another plaza, maybe we'll turn around. Obviously, if you're in Venice, you should take a gondola ride. Any time of day, get on a gondola.
It's touristy, it's expensive, but how many times are you going to be in Venice?
Yes.
You just got to do it.
Absolutely. You have two choices when you come to Venice. Book in advance and pay a fee for a gondola service,
Or just show up to a gondola stand. Now, all the gondola stands are required by law to post a sign like this that show their rates. A 30-minute gondola ride is €80 between the hours of 8 a.m. and 7 p.m.
Going after dark is a little tricky in the month of August when we're here right now. Most of the local restaurants, or I should say a lot of them, are closed because they go on holiday for the month of August. So it's kind of dark, if you will, once the sun goes down.
Now that's of course at 9 p.m. So you've got from 7 to 9, which are the nighttime rates, which is €100 per boat.
Yeah, I think a sunset would be really nice. And they say sometimes get a gondola to get a lay of the land. You're not getting a lay of the land, you're getting a lay of the water.
Now, a couple things to know about your gondola tour. First of all, the gondoliere, who is the guy driving the boat, probably doesn't speak English, and he is not giving you a guided tour. He's just the horsepower.
So if you go online, there are guided tours. Singing tours are very special. If you want to make a proposal, those are special. If you want just the experience of being on a gondola, this is what you want.
If you're looking for someone to sing to you while you ride through the canals, you're looking at least €150 for 30 minutes, if not more.
Sometimes they say bring your own opera singer.
And if you're going to book it on one of the websites like TripAdvisor or Expedia or something like that, you're probably also going to pay double the charge, and the only thing you're getting is a reserved time that you have to show up for. All you need to do is show up at one of these stands and wait for a boat to arrive.
Have cash.
Hop on with cash.
Yeah.
Our gondolier owns his own boat and has been giving tours for 29 years.
This is his own boat, but his father also owned a boat and was a gondolier.
Now, don't expect a private tour. Ours is giving us some information as we go along. That's not always the norm. Most gondola tours will spend some time on the Grand Canal and some time in the back canals.
Yeah.
However, you want to be thoughtful. If you want to see the Rialto Bridge, take a gondola ride in the neighborhood of the Rialto.
Yeah.
If you'd rather see the bridge's size, start near there.
It's not going to give you an orientation of the city per se, but it is just going to give you a sense of the culture of Venice.
You can also take a Vaporetto ride, which is the water bus. Bus number 1 will take you on a 1-hour tour around the city for 1 bus ticket charge.
So that's a nice way to get your orientation, honestly.
So you don't have to find the most expensive restaurants in Venice in order to find some of the best views. This hidden gem underneath the Rialto Bridge does not take reservations. The prices are reasonable, and look at what you get to see.
There you have it, 48 hours in Venice, and boy, are we exhausted.
Oh my gosh, we have been going non-stop, but if you're spending only 48 hours in any place, that's what you're gonna do. Here are our recommendations. 1, get out of the city center, go to the islands. We showed you 3 of them. We didn't show you the beach, but I would highly recommend going there if you're a beach person. I am, we just didn't have enough time.
Make sure that you are ready for some sticker shock. In our experience, Venice has by far been the most expensive city that we have visited in Italy.
Make sure you check out our Florence videos and Rome, and also we backpacked the Via Francigena from Lausanne, Switzerland to Rome. So you can check out that series and see just how things worked. And if you check out our website, cruisinwiththecolemans.com, you can see on the blog where we stayed and kind of an idea about our budget.
Some other spots that you should visit while you're here in the city center that we didn't show you, spend a little bit of time at St. Mark's Plaza.
Doge Palace.
The Doge Palace, St. Mark's the Cathedral. There are lots, I think there are 140 churches in Venice, almost 1 per island.
Yeah,
so,
and if you've never been anywhere in Italy, the churches are something to see.
Well, and the architectural style here in Venice is quite unique to this part of Italy.
Get lost, enjoy this city on the water.
So make sure you hit like and subscribe. If you have any questions, put them down below and we'll be happy to answer them.
And if you've been to Venice and you think we're missing something important, let us know. We want to hear your adventures just like you're watching ours.
All right, we'll see you in the next video.
How cool is that? If you have to get to the airport early in the morning, one option, though expensive, is a water taxi. The water buses start running at 4:15 in the morning in the summer. Can't tell you about any other time. We have to be there a little bit earlier, so we took a water taxi. It's expensive, but it's a cool way to end Italy.